Hey kids, welcome to Cat Power. My name is Big Machine Mike. You know why they call me Big Machine Mike? Because I love to watch big construction machines in action. What's that? You do too? Great! Then you're watching the right show, because we're going to see lots of big machines in action. Dozers, excavators, front-end loaders, scrapers, and more. Oh, wait. I want you to meet my pal, Henry.
Hi, Big Machine Mike.
Henry just started working for Caterpillar, and it's my job to tell him about all the machines. Okay if he comes along with us for the ride? Okay then, away we go. This machine is called a Cat Track type tractor. Most folks call it a bulldozer, or just dozer. Dozers are used to push large piles of rocks, dirt, soil, sand, most anything. This is the D11, Caterpillar's largest track-type tractor.
Wow, that D11 is huge. How much does it weigh?
The D11 weighs over 230,000 pounds. It can hold 425 gallons of fuel and is powered by an 850 horsepower engine. The blade can be as wide as 22 feet and as high as 9 feet. Even though the D11 is big and powerful, it's also pretty nimble. Watch.
Wow, nimble is right. What are dozers used for?
Bulldozers are used anywhere you need level land, like for a new building or a parking lot, road, or landing strip at an airport. Bulldozers are also used to clean up after earthquakes and tornadoes.
What's that big hook thing in the back that looks like a claw?
They call that claw-like thing a ripper. It's called a ripper because it rips up the dirt and rock, so there's loose dirt for the big blade in the front to push.
What are the main parts of the dozer?
The dozer's main parts are the blade, the cab, a powerful engine, and crawler tracks. The crawler tracks are driven by a sprocket, which is powered by the engine. Scott is inside the cab using pedals, switches, and levers called joysticks to make the blade go up and down, to turn the blade left or right, to tilt the blade, and to turn right or left. To turn left, Scott stops the left track, and the dozer goes left. The crawler tracks spread the weight over a wide area and keeps the dozer from sinking into the mud or loose dirt.
I'll bet wherever they need level land, they call a bulldozer first. Hey, Mike, can I just stay a little longer and watch the cat dozers at work?
Okay, Henry, but just for a little while. We have many more cat big machines to see. Henry, when you ride in your car along a nice, smooth highway, I want you to think about Cat motor graders, because motor graders are why the road is so smooth.
I saw a motor grader on my way to work. It was making the ground nice and smooth for a parking lot.
Keep your eyes open. You'll see lots of motor graders, helping to build airplane runways, roads, playing fields, anywhere you need a nice level surface. The main parts of a motor grader are the cab, engine, the blade, and the circle. The circle is the part that holds and moves the blade. The blade on Caterpillar's largest motor grader is 24 feet wide. Today, Bill is the operator. Bill can tilt the blade at different angles and also tilt the front wheels so he can work on hillsides. The big windows help Bill see on all sides.
Mike, how do they make the ground smooth for a road? Don't they use a dozer first?
That's right, Henry. Dozers come in first and remove all the big rocks and clumps of dirt. That's called the rough grade. Then they call in the motor grader. The motor grader goes back and forth until the roadbed is perfectly smooth. This last step is called the finish grade.
Isn't that a ripper on the back?
Yes, that is a ripper. Not quite as big as the ripper on dozers, but it's big enough to rip up the ground, as long as the ground's not too rocky.
Thanks, Mike. Now I know all about the motor grader.
Well, I hope so, Henry, because I'm giving you a test later on.
Oh, no! Now I'd really better pay attention.
Now let's talk about cat excavators. Excavators are fun to watch. They dig, they dump, they spin around, and they move lots of dirt fast. The main parts of the excavator are the crawler tracks, the cab, main boom, dipper arm, and the bucket. The cab can spin completely around in a circle. That's 360 degrees. The bucket can hold 500 shovelfuls of dirt. Caterpillar makes two kinds of excavators: a wheeled excavator, which moves on wheels, and a track excavator, which moves on crawler tracks. A wheeled excavator goes fast and won't tear up roads like an excavator with crawler tracks would do. In England, wheeled excavators are called rubber ducks.
What are these smaller excavators called?
These smaller excavators are called mini excavators. They weigh about 4,000 pounds. Cat's biggest excavator weighs over 190,000 pounds, almost 50 times heavier than the mini excavator, or as much as 48 rhinoceroses.
Just push it around, but I'll pick it up and I'll put it down. I'll dig it up from where it's been, then take it to the site and fill it in. I'm the real expert at making holes for cable lines and telephone poles. I'll dig it up and take it away if you got some dirt that's in your way. I'll dig it big or I'll dig it small to make room for a road or a shopping mall. Can you dig it? Yeah, I can dig it. So step aside, I'll pave the way for a tall skyscraper or a new highway. Can you dig it? Yeah, I can dig it. I'll dig that dirt right out of the ground. I'll lift it up and I'll put it back down. I'll dig it round or I'll dig it straight. Just the right hole I'll excavate. Got a little dirt, that's hardly nothing. Just pull a lever and push a button. Find it, grab it, pull it out, scoop it up and toss it about. If you need some dirt moved out of the way, there's only one thing that you have to say. Can you dig it? I can dig it. When things get hot now, just be cool. I'll dig you a lake or a swimming pool. Can you dig it? Yeah, I can dig it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Can you dig it? My motivation is excavation. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Can you dig it? I can dig it.
Okay, Henry, time to check out the Cat wheel loader. Wheel loaders are used mostly to load trucks with gravel, rocks, or dirt.
Wow, this is the biggest machine I ever saw. Look at those wheels. They're higher than my house.
That's the Cat 994. The 994 is over 21 yards long, 22 feet high, and weighs over 220 tons.
220 tons? Wow, that's as much as 295 cows.
Henry, you must know a lot about cows.
I do, Mike. I grew up on a farm, and milking cows was just one of my chores. I sure did learn a lot about cows.
This bucket can hold 18 cubic yards of dirt. Henry, you know how much a cubic yard is?
Well, I guess I don't.
A cubic yard is a cube 3 feet high by 3 feet wide by 3 feet deep. Henry, you better remember what I'm saying because there's going to be a test.
Oh, I will.
Those wheels on the 994 are 12 feet high.
Wow, that's higher than a basketball net.
Marty is operating the 994 today. He uses a joystick to lift, tilt, and lower the bucket. See how jagged the lower edge of the bucket is? That's so it can dig into the ground better. Well, come on, Henry. Have to go now. Time to see something new in cat dozers. Today we hear a lot of talk about the environment. Everyone is looking for ways to save on fuel. The new Cat D7E dozer is a step in the right direction. The Cat D7E has a new electric drive system that uses less fuel than the regular diesel-powered dozers. The D7E also moves more dirt faster. The D7E can move 330 cubic yards of dirt in 1 hour while using 6.5 gallons of diesel fuel. The regular Cat dozer moves only 300 cubic yards of dirt in 1 hour while burning 7.5 gallons of fuel. So the D7E moves more dirt faster and uses less fuel.
That's great! I'll bet Caterpillar is working hard to install this new electric drive system in all their other machines.
These trucks are Cat articulated dump trucks.
What's articulated mean?
Articulated dump trucks are connected in the middle with a special link called a hitch. That hitch allows the truck to bend in the middle and to make sharp turns.
Well, what do you call that big box in back where all the dirt goes?
That large area behind the cab is called the dump box. To dump, the dump box is raised and all the dirt falls out into a big pile.
There's a dump truck with a blade or something. The dirt's coming out, but he's not raising his dump box.
Henry, he doesn't have to raise his dump box because he has an ejector blade. The ejector blade pushes the dirt out without having to raise the dump box. Some of the bigger Cat trucks can carry up to 100 tons of material. That's like having 18 big elephants in the dump box. When the biggest Cat truck tilts up to dump, the dump box goes as high as a 4-story building.
Plows and trucks and excavators, tractors, dozers, and heavy graders, all loaded up on the railroad freighters and headed down the trail. Waiting for a ride in the railway yard, loaded up on those railroad cars. Everyone knows just who they are. It's Cat Power on the rails. Waiting for a ride in the railway yard, loaded up on those railroad cars. Everyone knows just who they are. It's Cat Power on the rails. machine, it's probably on the side. It's the name known far and wide. See them travel, oh, what a ride. And a cat bringing up the tail. Where roads need building and fields grow. Working in the gravel and dirt and snow. Load 'em up, they're ready to go. It's cat power on the rails. Where roads need building and fields grow. Working in the gravel and dirt and snow. Load 'em up, they're ready to go. It's cat power on the rails. Gravel road or a thoroughfare, if work needs done they will be there. Their tractors can go anywhere if you need some hay to bale. Watch them travel, those cat machines, prettiest sight I've ever seen. Nothing's better, they reign supreme. It's cat power on the rails. Watch them travel, those cat machines, prettiest sight I've ever seen. Nothing's better, they reign supreme. It's cat power on the rails. Cat power on the rails. Cat power on the rails, cat power on the rails.
Okay, kids, time for our real or toy game. You look at the machine and shout out whether it's real or a toy. Ready, set, go. Very good. Did you say they were all toys? Then you are 100% right. Excellent. You get an A. Scrapers are called scrapers because they scrape up dirt from one place and move it to another. Say you're building a big parking lot, but the land is not even. One end is much higher than the other. You know what you need? You need a cat wheel tractor scraper. The wheel tractor scraper scrapes up the dirt from the high end, called the cut, and dumps the dirt at the low end, called the fill. You keep going back and forth until the land is even. The main parts of the wheel tractor scraper are the front edge and the bowl. The front edge cuts into the dirt at the high area. The forward motion of the scraper forces the dirt into the bowl. When the bowl is full, the front end closes, and the wheel tractor scraper takes the load of dirt over to the low area. The back panel of the bowl, or the ejector, pushes forward, and the dirt tumbles out. Then the empty wheel tractor scraper goes back to the cut for another load. This cycle continues until the two levels are even.
These wheel tractor scrapers are self-propelled, but I saw cat scrapers being towed behind a tractor.
They must have been like these two cat scrapers being towed behind a Cat 75C track-type tractor.
That's it. That's what I saw.
When two things are arranged one behind the other, it's called in tandem. So these two scrapers are working in tandem, one behind the other. The scrapers are loaded by an excavator, then towed over to the low area, or fill, where the dirt is dumped. Wheel tractor scrapers are a good example of big machine teamwork.
I like to see one machine helping another. That's good teamwork.
Very good, Henry. Here's a D9 dozer giving Cat's 621G wheel tractor scraper a little push. These two 627G wheel tractor scrapers are helping each other. First, the wheel tractor scraper in the rear pushes the front scraper, while the front wheel tractor scraper loads up with dirt. When the front wheel tractor scraper is loaded, it starts pulling the rear wheel tractor scraper while it loads up with dirt.
Hey, Big Mike, are you going to be on my team when I take the test?
No, Henry, when it comes to test time, you're on your own. Speaking of teamwork, excavators and dump trucks are another good example of teamwork.
I love to watch excavators and dump trucks working together. There's lots of action. The bucket digs into the dirt, gets a bucket full, pulls up, spins around, then dumps the dirt into a dump truck. Then it goes back for another bucket full.
Teamwork is the best way to get the job done, whether you're a big machine or a human being. Well, time to go, Henry.
Now push it. Push it. Come on, push it. Push it. Push it here and push it there. Push it around most anywhere. Come on, dig it. Dig it. I said dig it. Dig it. Dig it, dig it out of the ground. Take that dirt and spread it around. Now dump it. Dump it. Come on, dump it. Dump it. Dump that dirt and get some more. Dump it out and watch it pour. Now scrape it. Come on, scrape it. Scrape it flat and scrape it clean. Scrape it with my cat machine. Now lift it. I said lift it. Lift it low and lift it high. Lift it up into the sky. Now pull it. Come on, pull it. Pull it near and pull it far. That cat machine's a superstar.
The word versatile means something is able to be used in many different ways. The Cat backhoe is very versatile.
Oh, I've seen backhoes before, many times. Looks like they can dig and load.
You got that right, Henry. Backhoes have a digging bucket in the rear and a loading bucket in the front. Backhoes can do the work of an excavator and a front-end loader. The digging bucket is on the end of a two-part articulated arm. The section of the arm closest to the cab is called the boom, and the section attached to the bucket is called the dipper arm.
Isn't that the same with an excavator?
Sure is, Henry. Only the boom, dipper arm, and bucket on the backhoe are smaller than the boom, dipper arm, and bucket on an excavator. The backhoe can swing the boom both left and right because the boom is attached through a pivot. The seat in the cab swivels, so Ken, our operator today, can look out the front to see the loader or look out the back to see the digging bucket. To keep the backhoe steady, Ken extends mechanical feet called stabilizers. You can find backhoes hard at work any place holes have to be dug, dirt has to be moved, or heavy things have to be lifted. You know, Henry, all the cat machines we've seen so far look pretty spiffy, but they didn't always look that way.
I see what you mean, Big Mike. These machines look pretty old. When did the Caterpillar Company get its start?
Way back in 1925, the Holt Tractor Company and the Best Tractor Company got together to form the Caterpillar Tractor Company.
How did they get the name Caterpillar?
Well, they say it happened this way. A photographer by the name of Charles Clements, upon seeing a tractor with tracks instead of wheels, exclaimed, "That looks like a monster caterpillar." The name stuck. Steam power came along in the 1800s. Then, in the early 1900s, gasoline-powered tractors replaced the old steam engines. In 1931, Caterpillar introduced their first diesel engine, and today, Caterpillar is the largest producer of diesel engines in the world. The first Caterpillar tractors were painted gray, with Caterpillar painted on in red, wavy letters.
When did Caterpillar switch from gray paint to yellow?
That also happened in 1931. Caterpillar machines were being used to build new roads all over the country, and the yellow color could be seen better by people passing in cars. Let's take a break, Henry, and take a look at some cat machines from the past.
Will this be on my test?
Maybe, so you better pay close attention.
Okay, I will.
Well, Henry, have you learned a lot today?
Sure have, Big Machine Mike.
We'll soon see about that. Time for your test.
Oh, no!
I'll show you a machine, and you call out its name. Ready, set, go.
Oh, an excavator. Oh, that's easy, a bulldozer. Oh, I know, motor grader. How am I doing?
So far, so good, Henry, but we're not finished.
Ooh, this one's hard, but I got it. Wheel tractor scraper. Let's see now. A backhoe.
Okay, you're doing fine, Henry. Just a few more. Here we go.
Oh, I know this. Can I call a friend?
No, Henry. Like I said before, you're on your own.
Oh, I got it. A wheel loader.
Very good. Now, this is the difficult side. What is this big machine called?
Oh, I have this. It's one of my favorites. A cat articulated dump truck.
Last question, Henry, and it's the toughest. What two companies joined to form the Caterpillar Company?
I just saw that. Let's see. Oh, I got it. The Holt and Best companies got together and became the Caterpillar Company. I even remember the year, 1925.
Excellent work, Henry. You get an A. Welcome to Caterpillar. Big machines are fun to watch, but they are also dangerous. Never play around or climb up on any big machines. Well, time to go. Hope you enjoyed the show. Bye for now.
Watch those loads